Welcome to a 100% totally accurate and legit guide for Excalibur, the not ninja. I mean, he's not. He's not a ninja. Come on, guys, this is a ninja. Excalibur is a samurai. I mean, like, he even has the sword. Excalibur has always been an icon of Warframe. I mean, the guy was invented even before the game existed. Back when all it was is a shitty demo of some guy that looks like he shoots a gun with broken bones. Now Excalibur is the poster boy of Warframe, and for good reason. He's easy to play, has a fairly basic but fun kit, he's one of the 3 starting Warframes, being the most recommended one, and he looks like a cool samurai. He's not a ninja, I swear to god, if I hear someone call him a ninja again, I fucking... Excalibur's passive. Wait, what's his passive? Oh, he gets an extra 10% attack speed and damage for swords. That's cool. Man, I wonder what kind of ninja uses long swords and not knives, huh? I fucking wonder! So this passive is pretty good, but it has its issues and we will get to it later. It's really good for new players since the bonus damage helps a lot when you don't have full mods, and being able to attack faster is always nice, and since it's a percentage, it also works with Fury mods. Additionally, while using Umbra, yeah, spoilers by the way, going into Operator causes Umbra to become a specter moving around and using your weapons, which is pretty good for certain niche things. His one is Slash Dash. Excalibur dashes between enemies in a cone, which is basically just your line of sight, and deals damage with his Exalted Blade, also becoming invulnerable while dashing. So this is the ability that everyone knows. It's fast and it's understandable, plus it's a nice mobility boost. The good thing is that it's affected by mods like range, so you can get a longer dash, but this ability deals fucking no damage, especially against high level enemies. I mean, come on, I can just barely damage this guy in just the Airman, let alone the fucking Steel Path. I mean, it's pretty good like in low levels, but once you get to higher level content, it just doesn't feel right using this ability, unless you just want to like close the gap on an enemy. Let's just look here and there we go. Master of the Sword. Not a fucking ninja. Excalibur's second ability is Radial Blind. Or Radial Howl. Radial Blind or Howl, whatever, I'm just gonna call it Blind from now on. Blinds all enemies around Excalibur within line of sight for 15 seconds at max rank, making them vulnerable to finishers. Now this is what makes Excalibur worth playing. This ability is kind of okay on its own, but once you pair it with his 4, you just become a basic Warframe. Like a usable Warframe, that's what you become. But this is what like makes him fucking viable. You might as well just take away his 1 and 3 and just never use them. There's no point. Okay, I think that it's time that I introduce you guys to Umbra. So there he is. Yeah. Umbra, would you like to say something for the first guide?
Hello everyone. I am Umbra and I would like to tell you to please save me, this little shit is holding me captive.
Wait, what the fuck? Third ability is Radial Javelin. Summon 12 javelins at max rank at radius, which he then launches into enemies, dealing damage and staggering them. This ability is shit. The stagger is fucking useless since you got Radial Blind, so why would you use this? You already have CC. Radial Blind does the same thing but better since it gives you more damage. Also, Radial Javelin does flat IPS, which is like, sure it's affected by mods, but when you fight a level 100 Bombard that has like 1,000,000 armor, what the fuck are you going to do? I guess it's pretty okay in low levels, but the energy is just too high since you can't regenerate any. This is basically Excalibur's empty slot. You just swap this out for something like Pillage, or even better, Gloom, because Gloom gives Excalibur what he needs the most, survivability. Here, look at this. I found it. Excalibur is not a ninja. Definitely not photoshopped. Now we get to his ultimate ability. Exalted Blade. Excalibur draws out his Exalted Energy Blade, causing his melee attacks to have lingering ranged waves that deal damage passing through enemies. And if you do a spin attack, you also cause a mini Radial Blind. While the ability is active, it drains 2.5 energy per second, which can be lowered by mods. This is basically his main ability, and the only reason that you're gonna use him in higher levels. In low level missions, the energy cost is just really annoying since it's so scarce, but once you get access to consistent energy restoration, this ability becomes a lot more viable. Alright, let's try this again. Umbra, do you want to say something to the people watching us?
Hello, I am Umbra. I will tell you about the Warframe Excalibur, which is who I am
Damn,
too.
this is going pretty
Excalibur
well.
is a Warframe that needs help, please. This kid won't let me go. I am held captive in his storage
Oh,
room.
you son of a bitch. What's good about this ability is that when enemies are affected by the blind, they also take the finisher damage from the ranged waves. This ability does have an issue. The fact that it can't use acolyte mods really reduces the amount of damage that you can deal. There is somewhat of a fix for it with the augment of this ability, Chromatic Blade. Chromatic Blade increases the Exalted Blade status chance by 300% and adds another elemental damage depending on Excalibur energy color. Add Condition Overload to this and suddenly Excalibur can destroy anything in his path, especially with the bonus damage from Radial Blind. So how do you build Excalibur? Like this. Why? Because you need to fucking survive. And since duration is not really a must, we can give up on a little bit of it. And Chromatic Blade as mentioned before. Again, if you can, I would subsume Gloom and put it on history. But since that takes a lot of work, I wouldn't recommend it to everyone. There's also this build, which I would work towards getting before you get Excalibur Umbra, or if you're just a beginner. The build for Exalted Blade is this. Nothing special, mostly focusing around status. Okay, last time, I swear to fucking god I will murder you, you piece of shit.
Okay, sorry. I won't do it again.
Go ahead, talk about whatever, talk about Excal, just do something cool.
Help, please. I don't want to be in this kid's basement anymore. Someone please get me out of here.
Okay, I've had enough of this. Excalibur is a really good Warframe, and he's very popular for a reason, and he can be taken very far into the game, until his issues start to show, at which point you're probably in the end game, and you should start thinking about subsuming abilities on him. I would usually advise Gloom since it's the best one, and you get lifesteal from ranged attacks, but Pillage can also work. Just remember, no matter what, at the end of the day, Excalibur will always be the best samurai in Warframe. Oh, for fuck's sake.